We're injured here. 3v3 faction war. This is Argent Shelf Redux and Imperial Guard versus Orks Game 3. Changes then. Players decided to mix up the teams for the final game. So Adila and Noisy have swapped teams, as you may see. So now we have triple Mekboy on the blue Orky team. zeetorq, Adila and HansMoleman. These guys are teleporting commanders that fight range combat, put out some good damage and have a lot of Orky tricks in their mech toolbox. For the red team then, Noisy's Lord Commissar leading the line on this western side. Very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also support, and begins with a refractor field alongside Yarrick. Has switched to the Inquisitor. Very good offense, great control too, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. And round off the teams, it's Freeman back with his Lord General. Really good defense and support, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers to help him out and fights in range combat. Sentinel on the field. Oh, Freeman with double sentinels in fact. Noisy and Yarrick also with sentinels. Noisy opening with just guardsmen into sentinel over here. Shooter boys are forced off though. And who's he up against? It's zeetorq. War banner. Did it get cancelled or did it get shot down? I guess he cancelled it or something. Las turret is up, so zeetorq doesn't really want to approach yet because that thing can pack a punch in early engagements against light infantry with that piercing damage. Or regular infantry, I guess. It's not technically called light infantry. Double shooters for all the Orky players, as expected. Want to whittle down those sentinels and bleed guardsmen. Shooters will do a pretty good job. Look at the damage though from those grenade launchers, and they fire pretty damn far. Don't want to clump up your shooters. Inquisitor going for the Holy Brazier for Yarrick. Really nice piece of war gear. Gives you a 50 DPS power melee weapon and the fantastic Holy Pyre, damage over time and a debuff in target area for like 20 seconds or so. 1-to-1 cap early on. Yarrick following Adila out to this western side. Is that Adila? No, it's not. It was Hans who came all the way out here. I'm going to get so mixed up with these mech boys. The big shooter already up for Hans. Did not expect to see this in every single game. Thought the death gun would be chosen over it usually. Look at this though, Imperial Guard pushing through the mid really strong. And Noisy looks like he's taking this VP. Are they going to get a decap here and get a double early? Orks really swept aside the Imperial Guard in the last game. Just overrun them completely. Was not enough control out in tier 1, I don't think, to stop those mech boys and their armies. The double heavy weapon squads were not enough, it turns out, with mech boys teleporting in and tying them up. Pretty damn annoying. We have looters up for Adila. And yet more shooters for Hans. Dakar has been the theme of this faction war. They've just been out shooting the Imperial Guard and then dipping in with their melee sluggers. An option you don't really get, I guess, as Imperial Guard until you get Ogrins up in tier 2. Down goes that Sentinel. 2 more here though from Freeman. How is Yarrick going to respond to this? You have spotters up for Freeman and some guardsmen. He has a pretty sizable tier 1 army. Could do some stuff with this. And the spotters will help him shut down all of that ranged firepower. Oh, look at that sink kill on the Lord Commissar from one of the sluggers there. And guardsmen get caught in retreat. Are they going to live? Barely. Maybe not. Mekboy chasing with the big shooter there. And he does take them out. Noisy is down to a heavy weapon squad and a sentinel. Replaces the guardsmen he lost. But the west side, I guess, is going to turn blue for the Orks. And they're now holding the natural spotters, dropping their smoke shell. Maybe not enough good spotter usage we've seen. Might have been useful in that second game against all those mech boys and stuff. Oh, look at this little flank inwards from HansMoleman. Sluggers on the prowl with their burners up. We do not have any stompage from Freeman. He has none of it. Holy Brazier though going off. And Hammer of the Witches. And in a retreat. Good stuff from the Inquisitor. She's almost level 2. And spotters also for Yarrick here. Looking noisy though. He's lost the entire west side pretty much. And now the power's been hit. Did they get one gen and severely weaken that one? I think they did. Noisy, of course, having to recover from his early guardsman loss. Lord Commissar with that power sword. The speed increase is so useful, and you get a bit of disruption as well. What is it? +2 speed, not bad at all. 400 to 478, so 2 to 1 for the Orks here. They've broken through into Red's natural as well, and the Imperial Guard are going to lose that natural. But I don't think we're going to see a triple because that Sentinel is decapping on that west side, as you may see from the mini-map. No, it's not. What's he up to? Oh, ran into looters who are most likely infiltrated and stuff. Being really sneaky. Almost took down the Sentinel, looks like. Lord Commissar, I think, repurchased. Did he get revived? No, because surely something would have leveled if he did. I think he just repurchased quickly over here. Double cap for the Orks. Sentinel will decap, and look at that. Orks are made to rout thanks to a really nice push through from the Lord Commissar. Snuck in as the looters were trying to shoot that Sentinel, I think. Tier 2 for Yarrick and Freeman in good time. Oh, look at this electric armor. It does power melee DPS, so the heavy infantry armor of those Sentinels aren't going to like that. Gives them 200 health as well, which is not bad. The Inquisitor's down. 3 XP for Freeman. That'll level him. These Mekboys doing work. Looters are shot down and need to be careful here. Oh, that Sentinel also needs to be careful, goes down. Was still actually within the firing arc. Where is the other mech? Coming out of base. And Hans is in retreat. Adila just got back to base, I think, so the 2 Mekboys off the field in the mid. Good time to push. Imperial Guard have the 2 to 1. VP advantage. Going into tier 2. Chimera with a beacon could be great in the mid. Such a good option now that Imperial Guard have, especially team games where retreat points are awesome. Well, can be awesome. Can also be a death trap. Smoke shell goes off, going for a power bash. Look at this aggressive Imperial Guard play, using move to quickly get up to these gens, and it's now burning them down. Decides to sacrifice a little bit of tier 2 shootiness, I guess, to get this power bash with the flamers. Usually they become less effective in tier 2 just for the fact that they have to get closer, and they can't change this upgrade, unlike, say, Tactical Marines. Electric armor goes off. Freeman didn't like that, but they did get 2 gens and the node. Not bad at all. Yarrick with double stormtroopers. Maybe he called one of them in. This one's certainly coming out of base though. 358 to 411. Orks looking to hit back immediately, but it's still a whole bunch of stuff here, and he cancels all those retreats with the Commissar executes. Really superb piece of utility that Guardsmen have with that Commissar squad leader. Able to cancel out of retreats, offers you so much. They also buff the damage of the squad, I think, the Commissars, and are actually pretty decent in combat themselves, those single models. Uh-oh, Widboy's around. That was a zap. Can you split before it jumps? Nope. It's going to jump a few times, I think. Not always easy to split, especially if you're kind of on the edge of an engagement, as you often are when you see that zap go off. Full retreat there. Sentinel also backing off, so Yarrick is pretty much alone, I think. Noisy has a Chimera. Freeman getting a Chimera. Trying to steal this power from the Orks. West side is quiet for now. Perhaps Noisy can swing by and retake. Certainly going to get a lot more staying power with this Chimera though. With a Mekboy and looters, that is 2 beamy death gunners that can hit the field very quickly. In fact, one is already on the field. And might be overkill for a Chimera, but they will deal with it so quickly. And the Lord Commissar can't tie up both of them. Not to mention the Weird Boy's damage over there with his basic attack. Look at this. Guardsmen and Stormtroopers trying to tank the damage of electric armor, and they do so. Looks like this guy's going to go down. Yep. With the death gun there. Oh, look at this though. Orcs in retreat path. Storm Boys getting a big heal off the mech. Bomber Boys followed by the Storm Boys. Lord General backing the hell away. He's level 3, this guy. Has the stabilizers, which are the heal over time armor. What's it called? Back in the fight. There we go. Noisy's still mid. And zeetorq is reacting to that. Coming mid also. Weird Boy getting shots off. Is the beamy over here though? Yes it is. Set up really strangely though. Not actually facing the Chimera. Can it shoot anything here? What's going on? It's trying to shoot at the Lord Commissar actually. Warp Vomit doesn't affect the Sentinel of course. But the Lord Commissar doing some good work here. Has stubbornness up. And the Carapace armor. 2-1 here for the Orks. But the Imperial Guard doing a lot better here than they did in the second game, certainly. Noisy now going over to the west side with his Sentinel to decap. This guy's level 2. And maybe might get a full power bash here. Because zeetorq's completely off the field, I think. Take down a War Banners at least. Sentinel decapping everything, waiting for the guards to come and retake. How much of this can he get? Gonna get at least 1 gen, maybe 2. Oh, but here comes Sluggers, fully upgraded with Swampum active, almost level 2. They're gonna do a lot of damage to this Lord Commissar, knocking him over as well. Puts up his shield and backs away. Lets that ranged DPS do its thing, and those were Inspire Courage Guardsmen as well, so they were doing double damage. That was pretty nasty there for a second. Heavy Weapon Squad are set up to cover this power bash, and he gets all 3 gens, and look at this. Imperial Guard have pushed through the mid and have taken the VP. Did Yarrick drop a nuke? Is that what this is? It might have just been a creeping barrage. Yarrick is into tier 3 though. Rode those double Stormtroopers into tier 3 pretty nicely, and they both have assault kits. So look at the piercing DPS, that is crazy. Stun bombs. Can the Orks use it to push through? Sentinel is ready to stomp anything that gets close, and that Holy Brazier is annoying, and that is a really good Hell Fury drop from the Inquisitor's Global Bar by Yarrick. That's a downed Mekboy. Where is the Inquisitor down? Oh, she's down right on the VP. Probably went down trying to put the Holy Pyre off. Inquisitor tends to go down quite a lot while she's trying to use her abilities, since most of them have a little bit of a cast time. But the Lord General's going to revive her, I think. Has the Commissar Retinue member, which gives him a pretty cool shield. Look at this. Both powers wiped. They have no gens, the Orks. No gens. They still have this west side though, for now. Chimera being repaired. They're going to all load back into it. Noisy going for a Manticore can do wonders on this narrow western side of Argent Shelf. Weird Boy gets the cap. Throws out the War Void. Completely misses everything with it. And now the Commissar is tracking him down. There's the Warpath to get away. 2-3-1 to 3-3-1. 2-1 for Imperial Guard. Looking pretty damn strong in the middle here, has to be said. They got spotters doing their thing. A whole mound of shooty infantry. Chimera support, a Sentinel in there. Not to mention those 2 commanders, of course. We have a Inquisitorial mandate on the Inquisitor. I think more than the single stick bomber would have been good, but Adila wanting to get into tier 3. Maybe for a looted tank to start pushing through. His Storm Boys just hanging out. What are they up to? Imperial Guard continue to hold this area. Oh, Weird Boy went down. The ranged burst from those double Stormtroopers is painful. But look at that zap jumping. Right now. Noisy now retaking west side, but Chimera was taken down. Mekboy level 4 with custom force field here. I'm sure the beamy had something to do with it. Maybe the weird boy too. Tier 3 for zeetorq. Noisy replacing that Chimera. What is this? Oh, Slugger's going for a power bash. Got caught. They got caught big time. That was the incendiary shell from the spotters, I think. And red team continue to hold this VP. Stick bombs thrown in. Another Hell Fury, and the Hell Fury are catching stuff on this little ramp here, trying to get in, catching big blobs of orcs. It's tough for the orcs to get back in here. Look at that triple cap, 1-2-1 to 3-3-1. Imperial Guard on the way to save the 3-0 loss. Uh-oh, Rocks spotted it early, but still going to take at least one big strike though. Ouch. Lost a squad. That is the power of the Rocks. So painful, even if you treat immediately. As Yarrick mentions in chat though, only lost a guardsman. And there's a triple. I don't think Orks can come back in here. Imperial Guard take the third game, it looks like. More stick bombers on the way for Hans. I think they perhaps should have got some more stuff out in tier 2. As soon as the Imperial Guard took this VP and started camping it, just get a couple of stick bombers each, I think. Would have been really painful against Yarrick's blob of stuff. But he only had one from Adila. Some commandos on the way. But the triple is winding down. Even if they retake this, zeetorq is not even going to contest that west side. So Imperial Guard will take this game. How much damage can they inflict on these orcs though? In fact, they didn't even take their natural back. There it is, GG from Freeman. And the Imperial Guard perform way better in the third game and take it. As always, faction wars way more often than not are decided by the individual performance of the players on the day. So keep that in mind before you cry foul in the comments about overpowered things, as you usually do. People watching this, I'm watching you. We had a level 3 Commissar, Stubbornness, Carapace, Power Sword. Recovering well with the Chimera over there, Noisy. Only level 2 on the Inquisitor. And a level 6 Lord General. Wow, did some work with those grenade launchers, I guess. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And a big thanks to the players who give up their time to do these faction wars. And I will see you next time.